Good afternoon, Bleed Big Blue Nation. This is Marco, your host of the Bleed Big Blue podcast. Today, we're going to dive into the comment section. We'll select a few comments that caught our eye, give them a little more context, and hopefully answer your questions. So here we go.
Hey, Bleed Big Blue. Tim from the podcast. Just wanted to come talk to you guys. We're doing the comment section of the video where we pick out a comment that happens to catch our eye during the week. And the one that caught my eye during this week was during the Browns are making headlines in the Big Apple video. The comment came from Anthony Davis. He said, we should get Allen or Nelson since we ain't getting Barkley no more. That's what his comment was. Now, here's my problem. At number 2, guys, as much as I love Quenton Nelson, he's still a guard. You don't take a guard at number 2, especially in this draft class. If you looked at it at all, that's the one thing that this draft class is deep at, is the guard and center position. So you don't need to take a guard at number 2. And as far as taking Josh Allen at number 2, I don't agree with it. He's not ready to play. He's definitely a quarterback that has talent and has this physical skill set. I don't know if he has a mental skill set, but he's a guy that needs to sit, and there's no way he should be playing, year 1. That being said, there's no way we should take him at 2 over the other quarterbacks that are possibly there. And the other part of the comment that I want to get into is everybody's convinced that Barkley's going to go number 1. If that happens, like we've talked about before, that's the best case scenario for us anyway, because that number 2 pick is pure gold, and that's all we need for a trade chip, because every quarterback would be on the table for all those quarterback needy teams. That's assuming that we're good with Davis Webb, being our future of the quarterback. If not, then hey, we got our pick of the litter at quarterback anyway. But if you're Cleveland, just look at it from Cleveland's perspective, guys. Why would they take Barkley at number 1? They have their pick of the litter of any quarterback, and they need a future quarterback. Please don't believe that because Tyrod Taylor got traded there, that's their future. That is just a bridge quarterback that gets them to the next one. And there is rumors that they do like Josh Allen. Like I said, he needs to sit a year, at least. So he could do that behind Tyrod Taylor. But if Cleveland wants that quarterback, you better go and get him, because there's no guarantee that any person's going to be there at 4. But like I talked about earlier on the show today, the thing is, if they miss on Barkley, let's say they take a quarterback number 1 and they wait to number 4 to hope Barkley gets there. They miss on Barkley. This running back class is deep in this draft. They can make up for it easily if they wanted a running back that bad. It just doesn't make sense. Cleveland's going quarterback number 1, guys. I almost want to put my guarantee on it, but I'm really hoping they do go Barkley. But as far as us, guys, I don't even know if we would take Barkley at number 2 regardless. That's my thoughts on it. And, Anthony Davis, I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate you guys are listening to the videos. Hey, keep commenting. Maybe your comment will be the one we pick out next week. We love everybody listening. Keep on doing it. The off-season's about to get revved up and started with this free agency and this draft coming up. I'm excited. I know you're excited, because we bleed big blue. Always.
How you doing, Bleed Big Blue Nation? It's Jay Zach from the podcast, here with my segment on which comment I want to respond to. And the comment I want to respond to came on the Cleveland Browns are making headlines in the Big Apple. Bills and Giants trade rumors swirl. It's a comment made by Steve M. He says, I think a lot of smoke signals are being sent by both the Browns and Giants about Barkley. Let me put on my tinfoil hat first. I think both the Giants and Browns have Darnold at the top of their QB boards, so the Giants, knowing the Browns would love to get Barkley at number 4, want to force the Browns into taking Barkley at number 1 so that Darnold will be there at number 2. And they are hoping the Browns value all the top QBs in this draft about the same. That would be the only strategy the Giants could hope for in order to guarantee they get Darnold, or the QB they really want, if not Darnold. Darnold is the prototypical Giant. Obviously has talent, but is also a high character guy. The kind of guy that just naturally won't cause problems. Personally, I'd be happy if the Giants take either Darnold or Barkley at number 2. But QB is obviously the bigger value in the NFL, especially when you consider the short career of most running backs. End quote. Now, Steve, I kind of agree with you here. I really do. At first, I thought the Giants were just super high on Barkley. I really did. But now, after seeing how the Browns have responded after all these things being said, I mean, they're going out there getting a quarterback at Tyrod Taylor, which, now that I honestly think that it doesn't matter what quarterback they draft, that Tyrod Taylor will be the starter for the Browns this year. And they're going to grab Barkley at number 1. They're going to load up on the talent. And, I can definitely see what you're coming from. I can definitely see these being what's happening right now. About Darnold, I'm not sure how the Giants feel about Darnold. I haven't heard or read up on anything about the Giants showing a lot of interest on Darnold at all. In fact, most of everything they've said to, reporters have been about Barkley. Not directly about Barkley, but, and this is where I think you're right at. Because they've talked so much about Barkley. Like, I don't know a single team who references a player they want to get that bad in the draft. Like, I just don't know. That has to be the dumbest strategy of all time, to just constantly be like, yeah, I'm not going to say his name, but this is the guy we want. So, so I definitely think the Giants are sending up smoke flares. I don't think Barkley was ever really on the table to begin with. I mean, maybe he's definitely there. Like, they've obviously discussed, well, hey, if he falls to us, do we take him? But I think this whole time the Giants have been trying to force the Browns to take him at number 1, and I think the Browns will. About Darnold, I don't know. I'm so mixed on Darnold. Some parts of me think Darnold's going to be a bust, but some parts of me really thinks he has talent. A lot of it. But I'm not sure if the part of me that thinks he has talent is just him wanting to have talent or not. All in all, I think you got a good thought process going on here, man. And I'd love to comment some more on some of these videos, and we can have some more conversations about all this. Keep bleeding blue, guys.
Okay, guys, I'm back, and I'll close out this video. The comment that I chose was on the Alec Ogletree trade. It's coming from David, and he simply states that PFF rates Alec Ogletree as poor, and he wanted to know if I agree or disagree. And sometimes you just have to not go by the gradings on a website, but do they pass the eye test? And yes, he passes the eye test. The other question that I bring up is, I wonder what the ratings are for Jonathan Casillas, Devon Kennard, BJ Goodson. I'm pretty sure they would be rated as poor as well. Ogletree comes in and he is an immediate upgrade. He's probably our best linebacker since Antonio Pierce, and he's in his prime. Now, I've looked, I did the YouTube search, I saw the missed tackles, and I get it. He had a little bit of a step back year last year when they switched defenses. But the years prior to that, he was a tackling beast, he was hitting hard, and he was playing hard. And that's what we need. We need some fire to return to that defense. And maybe with Betcher's direction, we might get that. So yes, I look at the PFF ratings just to see what they say, but I don't take that as the whole picture. I try to bring more than that in, because it doesn't capture everything. It doesn't capture the leadership, that he was the captain of the team, he's calling out the plays, so forth and so on. The other part that has me excited about Ogletree is that we really didn't give up much to get him. We gave up an extra 4th round pick that we got, a 7th round pick, which we all know are very hard to hit on. Yes, it's been done in the past, but it is still very difficult. We're also able to move the money around a little bit. This way he's not a huge cap hit. I think he's just under $5 million. So these are all good things in my book. I'm going to do something a little different here to help out the channel. We're going to put out a little merch. So if you would like to support the channel, This way we could do different and cooler things. Please check out our Gettlemania shirt if you have Gettlemania and you are pumped about this draft. Support us and what we are doing here. It's available in men's, women's, and hoodies, so I'll leave a link to that down below. I don't know how long I'll keep them up because, this is a new area. Keep the comments coming in. You could always leave one down below. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. This way you don't miss anything when we go live. As always, there are links in the description if you need any information about the channel or the website. I will talk to everyone tomorrow. Peace out.